Hello and thanks for tuning in. My name's Rob Tart, this is my cow Fluffy, and you're watching Pie's Perspective. Alright Fluffy, it's go time. 24-year-old man named Timothy James Chapek from Portland, Oregon broke into a home to commit a burglary. Now during the course of his burglary, the homeowner came home. Now the homeowner, accompanied by his 2 German shepherds, found the intruder and asked him what he was doing in the house. The burglar then ran into the bathroom and locked the door. Then, fearing for his own safety, he decided to call police. Now the homeowner also decided to call the police to report a burglary and that the intruder was still in his house. So you got 2 people on the phone to 911, each calling the authorities on the other. Now I think the burglar may come out the loser on this one. For one, he's the one who's actually committing a crime. 2, he's locked himself in a bathroom and I'm assuming he has no escape route. And 3, he probably doesn't even know the actual address of the house that he's burglarizing. Now he's probably on a cell phone, so the 911 operator can't trace his call through a landline. I guess if he knew the street name he was on, he could always just say, if someone on Maple Drive has called to report an intruder in their home, that would be me. And to be brutally honest, I'm frightened for my own safety. This guy's got some large, angry dogs. Now they'll probably just give both calls to one cop. He can just show up at the door and say, I'm here to investigate the burglary and or forcible confinement of an intruder. Now the cop has to convince the burglar that it's okay to come out of the bathroom. I mean, the burglar might be suspicious that the person talking to him on the other side of the door is still the homeowner with his dogs at the ready. I guess he could just ask the cop to slip his badge under the door. Or maybe ask him to go outside and turn on his sirens. Thanks to the cops, this burglar will probably make it out of the house safely. But that safety will quickly come to an end when he hits the showers in prison. Alright, who wants ice cream? We have the thumbs up-sicle, the subscribe-sicle, the 3-flavor fave-sicle, and the comment on a stick. Please help yourself to anything you like. An 83-year-old man named George Plain Jr. from Mooresville, North Carolina was employed at Walmart as a greeter. Now George was on the job one Sunday night when he decided that he wanted to commit a robbery. The target of his robbery was the Walmart that he happened to be working at, and he decided to commit the robbery during his shift. So he went to his car, he put on a disguise, and then returned to the store. He then held his gun to a fellow employee's head and then demanded money from the cash register. He fired a shot into the air and then left with the money. And I guess it's no real big surprise that he was arrested later that day. At first I was thinking, what could possibly be going through your head if you're going to commit a murder at the age of 83? Now maybe he's working at that age not because he likes to keep busy, but because he has no pension and he needs the money. Maybe his train of thought is, keep on working here at minimum wage till I'm about 100 years old, or rob the place so that I can finally retire. Now all that aside, I really think this guy didn't think this thing through. If you're going to rob a department store, robbing the department store that you work at is a dumb idea. But doing it while you're still working your shift, well, that puts you on the cover of Dumbass magazine. I guess it didn't dawn on this guy that his fellow employees might just recognize him. Now the story didn't say what this guy used as a disguise. Unless it was an entire gorilla suit, chances are it wouldn't take too long to figure out that George the Greeter had lost his marbles. Now I hope that he at least took off his name tag. Now what about his poor coworker whose head he pointed a gun at? Now I imagine that he is so off his or her Christmas card list. I think it could also make the company Christmas party pretty awkward as well. I got a feeling that this incident won't go over very well in this guy's next performance review. Today's leave a comment of the day is, think of some other situations where calling 911 is probably not a good idea. I was watching an episode of Cops once and I saw a woman flag down a cop to complain that the person she had just bought crack from had ripped her off. Also comment on things that you probably shouldn't do at work, you know, like rob the place. Anyway, that's all I have for this week. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, it's not necessarily right or wrong, it's just my perspective. Fluffy, are you sure you packed this parachute correctly? Fluffy, are you okay? Oh, thank bovine for that. So you got 2 people on the phone, so the 911 operator can't trace his claw. I'm a little afraid, and or forcible he could just, I guess he could ask the cop. Now thanks to the cops, this cut Plain Jr. from Mooresville, North Carolina was employed at Walmart. So maybe his incident won't go over well. I was watching an episode of Cop once.